Hello world, today we're going to talk about the coronavirus. The news has been full of this coronavirus going around. It's been declared a pandemic, and I decided I should also talk about this because there is so much information out there and a lot of misinformation as well. And I think we've got to have the right view on this as well and have a good idea. To let you know, my information is accurate as of Monday evening, the 16th of March, because I'm recording this on Tuesday, the 17th of March. First of all, to let you know, the reason why I was following this is, firstly, I have a love of maths and statistics, and there are so many numbers being shot out, it piques my interest. But the second thing is I have a compromised immune system. For those who have followed my channel, you know that I've been through a stem cell therapy and radiation therapy to combat a very aggressive leukemia. I will put that playlist at the end of the video, so you can click to there if you want to. But because of that, I do have a compromised immune system. I have to be very careful. So let's get into this virus. What is it about? To understand, the coronavirus is actually a group name for a group of viruses. And there are some colds and flus that are also a part of this corona family. And there have been 6 main known types of corona. And what has made this so unique, this is a 7th type never yet seen before, which has broken out. And that's why they called it a novel coronavirus, is because it's new and it was unknown. They've called this the SARS-CoV-2 because is the name of this strain of corona. And the sickness that is caused is called COVID-19, which is coronavirus disease of 2019. Now, my first reaction when this came out is, oh, it's media hype as always, whatever, let's not care. I tend to be a little rebellious to media hype and try and ignore it. But I realize I have to look at this. I have immunity problems, so I have to look because I have to keep myself safe. So I had to start looking at it. And also, another reason why I looked in it is my wife works in the medical field. It means at some point she's going to come across it. So I started to look. Now, while the lethality rate is at 2% at the moment, for people who are older, shall we say 70 and above, and for sick people, the lethality rate is 18%. That is very close to saying that of old and sick people who get it, 1 out of every 5 is going to die from this. And so therefore we have to be very careful. Now, these are numbers based on people who have been tested for COVID-19. There are a lot of people walking out there, they say, who are asymptomatic. In other words, they've got the virus, but they're not being sick. Or in some cases, they think, I've got a little bit of a cold or something, maybe a bit of a flu. And then they go on and live life. Now, very important, I'm stealing this line from Dr. Mike. Thank you, Dr. Mike. But be alert, not anxious. Let us not get scared and not be gripped by fear in this, but let us just stay alert and look at it and use our common sense. So here are my 11 tips of how to combat corona as someone with a weakened immune system, but also as any other person. You can apply these tips to the degree you see fit. Number 1 is self-isolation, and I know this will sound hard, but it might be necessary. My brother, for instance, he and I sort of roughly the same time, I think, we're thinking about this. From his side, he's doing self-isolation because he works in the trains. And in the Netherlands, trains are very important to get the goods, medical equipment, all of that sort of things spread around the country. And he's got to make sure the trains keep running, which means he has to go to work and he runs the risk of picking up the disease. So he said he cannot see us for a while. You see, my parents are diabetic, my dad's got heart problems, my sister's asthmatic, you know my issues. He basically said, I'm sorry, I can't see you guys for a while because I'm running the risk of getting sick. At the same time, I decided to also self-isolate because I can't run the risk of getting sick anyway. And in that way, it's a way of protecting people. I mean, if you're out there and you've got loved ones who are older or sick, please talk to them, explain to them, let them understand, because we really need to protect each other. And, you know, self-isolation sounds hard, but, you know, you can pick up the phone and call your parents or whoever it is. You can video call them. I mean, we've got Skype and WhatsApp and all those great things. There are great ways to connect with each other while not being able to be in the same room. I always make the joke when I call my aunt. If she makes a cup of coffee, I'll make a cup of coffee. We have coffee together, even though we're on different sides of the world. That's a great way to communicate. Number 2, wash your hands. My wife and I have this thing when we come in the house, we have a disinfectant alcohol right next to the front door. We immediately wash our hands. We hang up our jackets, we take off the shoes, we make sure everything from outside, as much as possible, is off and stays close to the front door. If you don't have a thing close to the front door, that's fine. Go straight to your bathroom and wash your hands there, but make sure you wash your hands and that you're clean. Try not to, when you're out, to keep touching your nose or mouth, because you can get sick that way. Please try and be safe and be clean for yourself and for those others around. Also, number 3, when you are outside, try and avoid people. Don't go say hi to people or whatever, just try and avoid them. If you're from a distance, you can say hi. My wife and I were on a walk the other day, and my wife started saying, when we go past people, she says hi, then she holds her breath. Simply for safety. Don't try and let people feel unloved, of course, but be safe. So try to keep the distance. Also, the Netherlands has got the rule at the moment, any event of 100 people or more has to be cancelled or postponed, to make sure you're not in large groups. So try to keep your distance. Number 4, do not shake hands. Don't go hugging and embracing people, because that's a way of transporting it. I know you love your grandma, you want to give her a hug, but maybe, for a while, I'm sure she'll understand that you don't want to get her sick, and that's why you're not doing it. You can give people air hugs. Here's a hug from me to you. You can do that. People will understand. But be safe. Keep others safe. Number 5, if you're going to cough or sneeze, do it in your elbow, or do it in a handkerchief or a tissue. That way you don't spread it in the air. These the droplets with the coronavirus in them, they say can spend up to 3 hours in a room. I've heard some places say more. Whatever the case is, if you just cough and sneeze and then you think you're alone and you go away, the next person into the room can get sick. So please be careful. Make sure you don't just spread the germs everywhere. Number 6, communicate with your health professionals. Talk to your doctors. Let them know if you're doing bad. Look, if you go, doesn't mean you have to immediately call the doctor. Use common sense. But if you are sick, if you think I'm running a fever, I'm starting to breathe, call them up. Let them know. Let them. They've got to know how many people are sick out there to get accurate numbers to be able to look after people. And you've got to also get the right information. So please contact them. Let them know. And keep in contact, especially if you do have problems and have to go to the hospital. Find out, can you go? Is it safe? Just keep in contact with them. Number 7, do not hoard goods. They say in time of crisis, you know how bad it is by how much toilet paper is in the store. People love to hoard things. But the thing is, if you're going to buy all the milk in the store and all the toilet paper and all the pasta, there's none for other people. And then they're going to suffer even more. Buy what you need. If you feel safer taking a little bit extra, I understand. But don't overdo it. If you have 50 rolls of toilet paper and your neighbor has none, share with them. Give them some of the rolls, that you can, at least that way, we can all have the goods that we need. So don't go hoarding things. Think about other people as well in this time. Yes, you might be worried. So are they. Do not hoard all the goods for yourself. Number 8, do not worry about the economy. The economy is resilient. One thing we saw, this happened in 2008, this happened after 9/11, the economy takes a hit, and guess what? After a while it starts to climb again. Housing prices started to go up, markets started to do well, people started to make money again. Are you worried about your business? Look, Premier Rutte, the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, last night gave a talk, and he said that the Dutch government would do everything it can to help Dutch businesses. So if someone's going to struggle, they're going to try and do it. Also freelancers, they said they would try to help the freelancers as much as possible as well. So don't worry about the economy. I'm sure a lot of governments will try and work it out. They did it in 2008, they've done it before. So don't worry about the economy, that will fix itself up afterwards. For now, let's make sure that we're all healthy and we're all okay. Number 9, please don't go look for conspiracy theories. There are people out there who love saying, oh, this is a way for governments to test how much control they have. Oh, there's no real sickness out there. Oh, it's just flu that's being mislabeled. Please don't go listen to people like that. We really need to be safe. This is a real problem. It's called a pandemic because it's across the whole world. Please don't go looking for conspiracy theories. Whoever let this bug out of the bottle, we can worry about later. Now, let's just make sure that the sick people are getting helped and that the healthy people are not getting sick. And that we at least don't let our hospitals get overrun by sick people. So let's work on that now. And please be very careful where you get your information. Don't go follow random people on the internet, unless it's me. I'm a random person you can trust. No, but seriously, don't just go follow random conspiracy theory people. Take time to look at the sources, to look at the data. Follow reliable sources, and trust them. I mean, the Chinese government has been dealing with this for months now. They've got some good information. The World Health Organization has been doing well. In the Netherlands, we have the RIVM, who have also got good information. Go to those sources first. If you're not sure about it, look for reliable sources. Look for medical professionals. A guy in his room trying to make money with the internet is not a reliable source for sicknesses. Doctors are, unless of course, as I've said, it's me. But just kidding. Though I would love it if you could subscribe. All the help and love is welcome in this time. Number 10, live your life as usual as far as you can under the current circumstances. Sure, you may not be able to go out and sit on the patio, but that doesn't matter. Still, live your life normal. Do the things you normally would. And the reason why I say that is, instead of living in fear and trying to hide and that sort of thing, it's not going to help. So just as far as you can, with common sense, within the rules that the authorities have set, just live your life as normal as you can. Do your work. If you can work from home, that's great. If you have to go to work because you're in a police or military or trains or medical field, go to work as normal. Do the best you can. That's all you can do. It doesn't help sitting and worrying about it. I will link it to another video where my wife talks about how to deal with worry if it is a problem for you. She really has some good tips of how to work with worry. Some of those tips I've noticed without even talking to her are things I also do as well. So they really are good tips, so they will help you. And number 11, and this is maybe to me the most important one, just pray and trust Jesus. I mean, in times of hardship, that's the only way we can get through it. I'm really impressed that when Trump put his Corona team together, he put Mike Pence ahead of it. Mike Pence, the first thing he did is he prayed. And then they said, let's see how we can fight this problem. If you're going to make decisions, pray first. That's really what you need to do. Pray, get God involved, and then see how you go to do things. And I believe that will help you through the whole thing. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching and for taking time to listen to this. I hope this helps you. Please like and subscribe, share this video. It would help me out a lot if you did do that. And keep safe, and God bless.